What's up, guys? Master Joda here, back with another Clash video. Today we got a fun one, guys. We're going to be playing this super fast, I think it's a 2.1 cycle, minor wall breakers, and this is just a really fun deck, and with the new Fire Spirit, you're able to have really good matchups into stuff like log bait, since Fire Spirit can take out log bait by itself now, and you got the log, so especially against the baity type decks, you're going to do really well because you'll usually have something up to answer them. And it's not the worst against the heavier decks, as you'll see in the video, guys. So let's go ahead and get into some gameplay and see how it plays out. So getting into this first matchup, we're going to be playing a Golem E-Barbs deck. And this is going to be a kind of an interesting matchup. Just because your deck has got a lot of squishy units in it. It's going to be interesting to see this matchup here, guys. He's going to go with the Golem first play, like most skillful Golem players. And we're going to get pressure opposite lane with the miner and bats. He's going to have to respond with a tornado. We're going to keep applying a little bit of pressure to the opposite lane with the wall breakers. He's just going to ignore it. And we're going to set up with a cannon. Pay attention to the cannon placement, guys, because that's going to allow the golem the most time walking before he gets to the tower, and our opposite lane tower is going to be able to help out there. We're going to go with a Fire Spirit to clean up those bats, and a pretty solid defense there, guys. So now we're going to pressure him some more with the Miner Wall Breakers combo. He's a little bit late with those E-Barbs, so we get one connection. Pretty easy defense right here with the Dark Goblin, and we're going to go with a Fire Spirit as well, just to mitigate a little bit more of that damage. And we're looking pretty good right here. If he doesn't respond to this Dark Goblin, okay, he's going to respond with a Mega Minion there. And yeah, guys, we're about even on Elixir. This matchup does get a little tricky in double Elixir, so you really want to try your best not to mess up in single Elixir, because the matchup definitely is in favor of the Golem player most of the time. So you want to get as much damage as you can, or even take a tower down in single Elixir before you get to that double Elixir, because they're really going to start turning it up on you when they can build up those massive Golem pushes. We're going to keep applying some pressure here with the wall breakers. He's just going to ignore that and build up a big push going into the double elixir. We're going to go ahead and set up with a cannon, guys. A lot of the times, especially in double elixir, they're going to like fireball or lightning your building. And if you have a really fast cycle deck like we have, you can actually cycle back to another cannon, as you're going to see us do here. So we're going to pull that golem to our second cannon, and we took out that golem a little bit faster than we expected, but a lot of the times you can pull that golem to the king tower there and get that king tower activated, but we just killed that golem a little bit too fast. And yeah, guys, we're defending really solid here. He's going to, I'm not sure, that might be it. Okay, he's going to try and go in for one more golem push, I guess. But I just don't think... Oh, we actually missed a cannon pull there, so that's interesting. So we're in a little bit of a sticky situation here, but he just doesn't have enough time. We were trying to pull that golem back across the bridge, but we missed our timing there, but no big deal. He just didn't have enough time, and so that was a nice win there against the golem player. So let's go ahead and get ready for the next match, guys. So getting into the second matchup, looks like we're going to be playing some variant of like a bridge spammy deck with Mega Knight. So he's going to go with a Battle Ram starting off, and we're going to apply some opposite lane pressure with the Miner Bats. That's a really solid play, guys, because most of the time you're going to get a lot of elixir baited out, or at least a few elixir, because you know miner bats will completely take someone's tower if they don't answer it. That was a really good transaction for us there. That was a -2 elixir trade for him right there, so really solid for us. He had to respond to wall breakers with the fireball, and we're gonna make quick work of that witch and keep applying pressure with the miner bats. If you pay attention to that Royal Ghost, how we dealt with that, guys, you gotta time those skeletons kind of perfect on that ghost there. And if you completely surround the ghost, he'll only get like one hit, I think. So that's a 1 for 3 trade, and he only gets 1 hit, so a really solid transaction. So yeah, be sure to, if you're playing a lot of fast cycle decks with skeletons, you're going to be seeing Royal Ghost a lot, because, I mean, pick a bridge spam, and bridge spam decks in general are so popular, so you need to definitely learn that placement. And just like in the last game, guys, oh man, we actually missed that cannon. We actually missed that cannon placement. Sorry about that. Yeah, but I don't know why that cannon didn't pull. But anyways, not too big of a deal. We were able to just let that battle ram hit, and then we had the cannon and the skeletons to deal with those barbs, so not too big of an issue. And we're gonna make that Royal Ghost appear so the bats can get some more damage on them. So we use that Fire Spirit to do that there, and we're just going to, okay, so we're gonna set up with a cannon right here. It's gonna go in with a pretty aggressive Fireball, and we had to pull that Mega Knight with our Fire Spirit because the Mega Knight was locked onto our tower. And I think he's gonna zap on our, okay, yeah, he zaps on our bats there, and we're just going to go in with a Fire Spirit and Skeletons deal with that. And looking pretty good here, only about 30 seconds to go. He goes in with kind of a desperation play there with the Mega Knight, and we're going to Miner to protect our cannon there, and we got the Dark Goblin putting in work on the other side. And yeah, guys, this is all but over here. But yeah, guys, the Dark Goblin is going to be a huge part of this deck. That's pretty much your like defensive superstar in this deck. And you know, don't like overcommit trying to protect your Dark Goblin. Like, I mean, you don't want to drop a miner at the bridge or something and get like Mega Knighted trying to defend your Dark Goblin. But if you can you know, spend just a little bit extra elixir to get a lot more value out of your Dark Goblin, it's definitely worth it. So let's go ahead and get into this last matchup, guys. So getting into this last game, we are going to be playing against a deck that y'all are all very familiar with. It's going to be 2.6 Hog Rider, and we have a pretty decent matchup in this game, guys. Just because it's going to be very hard for him to outcycle the cannon, because we have a 2.1 cycle, which is even faster than 2.6. So it's going to be very hard for him to outcycle our building, and we're going to be able to outcycle his building with those wall breakers. So yeah, pretty decent matchup. We're just going to deal with this Musketeer here with bats and skellies. We had to go in with the bats and skeletons there just because he had that ice golem tanking for him. And if you'll pay attention to that placement, guys, a good Hog Rider placement is that placement right there, because it gets the both Princess Towers working for you. So he's going to go in with a cannon there to defend that, and skeletons, and we got a little bit of a damage lead here on him early. And good play when you don't have anything else to do, guys, is just cycling a Fire Spirit at the bridge. Fire Spirit is really solid right now. Gets a ton of damage for just one elixir. It's like more than a Fireball, I think. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. Here, we were able to outcycle his cannon and get 2 massive hits with those wall breakers there. And that's just really solid for us. We got a more than half his tower down, going into double elixir soon. And things are going to start heating up here. So we're just going to cycle a Fire Spirit. And yeah, guys, I mean, you can't really blame him for going in with the Ice Golem, just because, there's so much damage if you just tank that Ice Spirit. And yeah, guys, when you start a troop like Dark Goblin low and they go in with a Hog Rider, you're going to want to go in with a cannon up high, so they can't get good spell value if they've got Fireball or something like that. So just be sure not to give your opponent too much spell value, because that can really put you at a big disadvantage if you give them like 7 or 8 elixir value with a Fireball. That can really turn the tide against you. So we're just going to set up with some bats in the back, and yeah, cycle. Just keep cycling those Fire Spirits. He's got to respond with something, because you just can't allow that kind of damage. So we're going to set up with a high cannon here, and we're going to set the skeletons as well, guys, just to tank for that musketeer. And we're just going to keep on cycling, trying to outcycle his cannon, but, you know, he's got such a fast cycle too, it's hard to get past that cannon, especially in double elixir time. And we're going to go pretty hard here and see if we can outcycle his cannon. And, oh man, okay, so he was able to defend there. So we're just going to set up with a Dark Goblin in the back. We know he's not going to go in with a Hog Rider on the right, or we're pretty sure, just because he's got so much damage on the left already. We're just going to keep chipping away at this point with the miner, guys. It's really difficult to break through with our wall breakers at this point in the match. So now we're just going to kind of try and like chip them out with the Fire Spirit Dark Goblin Miner. I'm not even sure if we go in with that many wall breakers, just because we got his tower so low. We can just chip him out at this point with logs and miners, and that's the safest route to take. So yeah, we're gonna just cycle a log on his tower, set up with that cannon and skeletons because he's got that ice spirit coming. And at this point, it's triple elixir time. So I mean, we just use that log at like 53 seconds, and it doesn't even take us 10 seconds to get back to another log. So that's gonna be GG's, guys. And yeah, guys, give this deck a try. It's definitely a high skill cap deck. And it's going to be, you know, difficult at first if you aren't used to playing cycle decks especially, but it's actually a really solid deck, guys. And it's not just, I mean, it's really fun, but it's not just a fun deck. You know, there are people on top ladder that play this deck. I mean, I'm definitely not the best with this deck, but it is a really solid deck, and I'm sure if I put some time into it, I could get some pretty high season finishes with it. So if you enjoy playing cycle decks, this is a really solid one. It covers most bases. It's got pretty good matchups against most stuff. But yeah, guys, just a pretty fun video today. And if you enjoyed the content, please give me a like and subscribe. If you didn't enjoy the content, please leave in the comments below what you think I could have done better, and I'll try and correct that for the next video. But until then, guys, see you soon.